Hi guys, welcome to Love Story. So I'm only going live because I don't have space in my phone, but I hope you're doing well. God bless you. And I just pray that this prophetic word would speak to you. I pray that you would open your eyes and your ears to hear what the Lord is saying right now. I believe that this is a really important word. So Lord, use me. I've already prayed, but God, use me to be your vessel right now and speak to your people. I pray that hearts would be turned. I pray that there would be your godly convictions on the hearts of your people and even people who do not profess Christianity. I pray that they would have a knowledge and understanding of what you're trying to say and that you love them, and that's why you're sending them this word. So, all right, guys. So, you guys probably know there's been a lot of storms going on lately. And the other night, I was in the middle of a dream, and literally thunder woke me up. It was super loud. It was right over me, and it scared me to the point where I'm praying for God's mercy as I'm still half asleep. And as I was laying there, I was rethinking, what was I dreaming? Because this has to be really important for the Lord to wake me up in the middle of my dream. And so I began to reiterate and rethink over my dream from the beginning of the dream to the end. And so as I'm trying to think of it, I don't necessarily remember it. So I don't have any knowledge of like what's going on. I'm literally like replaying it in my head as if I've never seen it before. It's kind of hard to explain, but so in this dream, I'm sitting next to someone, and in real life, this person is not living a godly life. It seems like it on the outside, but their fruits don't show that. And you know, the Bible in Matthew 25 talks about the wise and the foolish brides. I always talk about that because God seems to just, that's like what God shows me. And so as I'm rethinking and going through this dream in my head, I'm like, oh, this person who in real life is a foolish follower of Christ. I don't even know if it goes in the same sentence, but they profess to be a Christian and they believe that Jesus is Lord. They're just not really walking fully surrendered with the Lord. And I'm like looking at this person, I'm like, oh, this person, they must have cleaned up their act because their outfit is really nice. They look really dapper. They're wearing suspenders, crispy white shirt, black slacks, a tie. They look really good. And then as I'm going through the dream in my head and I'm seeing it, they begin to spew out cuss words. And then shortly after that, they're holding a margarita in their hand and they're drinking it and they're saying, hey, do you want some? And I'm like, no, I turned it down. Now, this dream is twofold, and this is a good teaching moment. I love to hear people's stories because you can learn from them. So take this for what it is. But I had been asking the Lord, hey, is cussing really that bad? And I even asked God, hey, is drinking a margarita or something, is that even that bad? And so God is quick to give you an answer. He values that, you know, for someone to actually care if he cares and not just write off something. But I had been asking because, you know, I'm in a stressful situation. And so I started using cuss words again. And so, you know, whereas before, you know, the Lord really helped me get through and not having to cuss. But every once in a blue moon, I would cuss because I'm human. But then I'd ask for forgiveness, like, God, sorry, like, that's not a good lifestyle. But so now recently I'm asking, like, is it really a big deal? You know, that's how easy it is to like backslide and whatever. But so God is answering me in this dream, but yet showing me the truth about someone, because God likes to warn us and just let us know, like, hey, this person's for you, they're not for you, or they're trying to, you know, manipulate a situation, make you think they're okay, or maybe it's not even about you, but don't be fooled, know what this is. And lately, God has literally been showing me so many people and maybe what they've thought in their head or how they feel and it'll be contrary to what I actually personally think. For example, there was couple coworkers of mine. One I thought, had an issue with me. The other one I thought we were cool. God showed me in a dream it was quite the opposite. And the one who I thought was cool, it had something to do with like a snake. And then the other one, I was actually helping her out that day. And it ended up the next day, the person who I thought I was cool with was like a snake to me. She just kept jabbing at me all day. And then the other person who I thought just didn't like me, her and I were working very closely that day, and I was helping her out, and she was being real nice and real cool. And so, like, when God gives someone a dream, especially if this person has dreams all the time, but not just that, but like people know when there's a prophetic dream, when it's vivid and just when you just can't shake it and you're like, oh, I know that was important. And so it's like really important to like listen to those things, because people are not making things up in their head. Like, yes, we go day to day and, we have our own preconceived thoughts about people and things, but a lot of times in our dreams, God is just giving us a forewarning or a heads up. Another thing, God showed me something that was going to happen, where someone really was going to do something that was going to mess up my funds. Sure enough, it happened literally a week later. God gave me a heads up. God shows his prophets, his people, his loved ones what's going up or what's going down. And that's why like God is so amazing. But anyways, in this dream, he is showing me what I asked him, but he's also showing me this person. Like, yes, things are cool right now, but do not be fooled. And so God is also saying right now to his bride of Christ, he wants people to walk circumspectly. So, although drinking a margarita might not seem like a big deal, or saying a couple cuss words might not seem like a big deal, to God it is. And so let me finish the dream. In the dream, or as I'm thinking about the dream, going over it from waking up, I noticed that I'm in a bar and it's upscale and it's beautiful, it's nice. And then I realized that everybody in there is drinking alcohol. And I stood out like a sore thumb, and I did not drink the alcohol. And then I realized that I also was underdressed. I was wearing like workout clothes. And so what the Lord is saying that is he wants his bride to be ready. And it might seem right, or it might seem okay to drink a margarita here and there or to curse, but to God, that is actually a sin. And so that's what he was showing me in this dream. He answered my question. Drinking a margarita is not for you, and it is a sin, and cursing is a sin if you live it as a lifestyle. So he was telling me, no, don't do that. But he was also showing me this person, like this person might be being nice right now, being cool. On the outside, they're all whitewashed and clean, but on the inside, they still have junk coming out. That's the cuss words they were saying. Like it was junk. It was, and so the Lord is not wanting his bride to partake in the lifestyle of the world. This is very serious. Hence the fact that I woke up to this thunder. And even if you have to stand alone, like I was alone in that place, you have to stand alone and know, how can I explain this? Like, I remember in the beginning of my Christian walk, there were certain things that I thought were right and wrong for Christians to do. So I stopped doing certain things I didn't want to. I wanted to please God. And then I started to say, well, all my other Christian friends are doing this, so, I'll do this just a little bit here and there. And they say that I'm too deep. So maybe I am. I begin to like really question myself. But I learned through my mistakes that you can't do that. You cannot follow the crowd. I don't care if they say they're Christian or not. Like, just don't follow the crowd. Do not be like the world. Find out what the Bible actually says about sin, about what comes out of your mouth, and the heart posture behind it. I mean, really, the heart posture behind me starting to cuss again is because I'm frustrated, I'm angry, I'm sad, I'm like different things that I had been going through. And it's like, God understands those feelings and those emotions and what I'm going through. But to make it a lifestyle, he's saying is not okay. And the alcohol thing, to make that a lifestyle is not okay. Like, so I'm just not even gonna dabble in it. I'm just not gonna do that. I do drink wine here and there, but it's not like strong drink. Like the Bible talks about the strong drink, and you know, liquor is a little different. So, and I know wine can have its potencies and stuff, but for me, wine, like yeah. Anyways, everybody's different. There's certain things that God doesn't want them to do, certain convictions, but there are certain things in the Bible that are just like, he said no. He said no to this for a reason. But I digress. Let me make this a little quicker. But the thunder does represent God's judgment. He's judging the people who are partaking in the worldly customs and lifestyles. Many people don't think things are a big deal, but yeah, I already said that. So anyways, this is the second dream I actually had where, well, even though there was no thunder in this dream, I did have a dream a couple weeks ago and there was thunder, and it did have to do with judgment on a specific household. And I'm not going to explain that, but I'm just trying to show you guys that God is speaking right now about judgment. He is judging people that are not walking with him, like literally, like on the bad side of judgment, and he's judging those who are walking with him. So, you know, where there's judgment, there's also justice. So, you know, God, like if you're walking with the Lord, he is going to see that, you know, whatever the devil stole is going to be given back to you. You know, like Joseph literally suffered for years. He was accused of, you know, wrongly, and he did suffer. But then in the end, literally within one day, one night, one moment in time, his life changed, and he was able to get out of jail, use his gift, and then he was definitely paid back like more than what he ever had, and he was a leader. And that's what God's doing right now to his people. So just, you know, if you haven't repented, I urge you to repent and change your lifestyle. It's very, very important. And you could say, you know, I just hang out in a bar, I just do this, it's not really a big deal. It's just one drink here and there, it's just a few cuss words here and there. Those things are open doors. And, you know, I just want to urge you to walk holy. Like, what does God say is holy? Not what your standard of holiness is, but what is God really saying? I don't have any scriptures or anything to give right now, but I just wanted to at least share the dream, share the word that God gave me. It's a strong warning, and it's a love warning. That's just what it is. So God bless you guys, and have a good one. If I could figure out how to turn this off.